Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied. Get off my plane.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
John, I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. Shoot you between the balls.
The disease. And I'm the cure.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. There can be only one.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to kill them all, sir.
Welcome to another episode of Gimme Back My Action Movies, the podcast. I am your host, Charlie, and with me, as always, is my mijo in another state, Nate. Say hello to the people, Nate.
Be nice.
Till it's time to not be nice.
Be nice, Charlie. This whole episode.
I'm always nice every episode. I'm the nicest guy ever. And if you can't guess by those little drops of what movie we're doing, if you didn't pay attention to the button you clicked, we are doing
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Oh, it's time for Swayze, man.
Oh, that ass, that hair, that body, everything about this man, the charisma, the charm.
It oozes in a good way.
The best sweaty way possible.
The best sweaty way.
I might be in love with Patrick Swayze. That's going to be a problem.
I think everyone should be in love with Patrick Swayze.
You ever hit play on a movie and you're just smiling from ear to ear because you know for the next 2 hours you're going to be transported into a world of violence and chaos and just good ass rock and roll music?
Oh, dude. This movie is another one of younger Charlie's, I guess the right way to say it is most watched. I know we talked about Beastmaster, that I watched that all the time. Also, TBS and TNT and all those channels played Roadhouse all the time.
Yeah, they did. And
Spike TV, all those channels. But
I definitely feel like the edited version was what I saw first.
Oh, it was all first.
I definitely remember, maybe it was 7th grade, 8th grade. I went to a buddy's house to play paintball in his backyard. And we didn't have the auto paintballs. We had these single shot paintballs.
Oh, the pumps,
we got,
the Talons?
Yeah, the pumps with the little CO2 cartridge.
The little one. Yeah. You couldn't put the big tank on the Talons.
No, not at all.
Was it gray?
We had an all black one.
Oh.
With an orange handle. They look sweet. But I definitely remember Roadhouse was on. His mom was watching it, and we were kind of sitting there watching it for a little bit. And that's when the strip club scene happened with Sam Elliott. And she went, "Oh, I don't remember there being this many boobs in this movie."
Yeah. Unlike Beastmaster, which I didn't see unedited till this year, I have seen Roadhouse unedited earlier on. But I also remember the first time I watched it going, holy shit balls. There was so much more to the movie once I saw the unedited cut.
It's the same thing of RoboCop. I definitely don't think I saw the unedited copy of RoboCop until late teens.
Oh, I saw the R-rated one immediately because Dad rented it. Now, I never saw it. I don't think anybody saw the director's cut till a lot later, but I own the director's cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because I definitely remember the first time when we see Murphy get killed. I'm like, I don't remember RoboCop being this violent.
Yeah, the director's cut one, they linger on a lot of stuff. The one guy gets shot up a lot more.
A lot longer.
Yeah.
I need to get that 4K release. I'm such an idiot for not pre-ordering it.
I have it.
Yeah, it's super hard to find now.
I haven't popped it in yet because I'm pretty sure we're going to cover that movie pretty soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
When I got the
and
Best Buy, they're like, "Oh, we already sold out." I'm like, "Ah!"
yeah. Oh, I had mine pre-ordered since January. That was my birthday present. I
You smart,
pre-ordered it.
me not.
It's RoboCop, man. I have it tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
How do I not get that one? I actually have the little poster that came in it framed behind me. So I like RoboCop. But
All right,
yeah,
you know what? I'll get a Swayze tattoo. That's what I'll do.
there you go.
I'll get the one of it'll be on my entire back of him ripping out Jimmy's throat.
That's it, man. That way you get both Swayze and Jimmy on this one, man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Well, tell you what, man, let's go ahead and hit this Roadhouse trailer because we're both itching to talk about some Swayze action, some Sam Elliott action, and just, yeah, Roadhouse is an action movie. I don't care what anyone says.
It's definitely pure action.
It's pure, unadulterated action. But let's start with the trailer.
Can I buy you guys a drink? Guess not.
Patrick Swayze is
Dalton.
I thought you'd be bigger.
Opinions vary.
When he's around, anything can happen,
How does a guy like you end up a bouncer?
Just lucky, I guess.
and usually does.
If somebody gets in your face, I want you to be nice.
Don't be rude.
Ask him to walk, but be nice.
Help this gentleman to the door.
Until it's time to not be nice.
So says the fighting philosopher.
He may be hard to handle,
I keep talking, you're gonna go off thinking I'm a nice guy.
I know you're not a nice guy.
but he's easy to like.
What's the matter, Dalton? Don't you like women?
The worst I ever had was wonderful.
He's not what you'd expect.
I thought you'd be bigger.
But there's one thing you can count on. He's the best friend a good time ever had.
You guys tired?
Doc, I'll get all the sleep I need when I'm dead. This is my town.
I'm not afraid of him.
I guess you'll be having that fire sale now, all right? You got your hands full, kid.
I just think I'm looking at a dead man.
Patrick Swayze,
For that line of work, I thought you'd be bigger.
Gee, I've never heard that before.
Roadhouse.
So I've seen this movie, I don't know, 50 plus times.
Same.
This is a movie that I don't care what part of the movie it's in, what I'm even doing. If it's on television, I'm watching Roadhouse or I'm having it on in the background or something like that.
Oh, last summer I was watching Roadhouse, and then it was like maybe the last 40 minutes of it, and Hannah had came home from work and sat down, just watched the rest of it with me, and they're like, oh, I've never seen Roadhouse before. I was like, oh, well, don't worry, we're gonna watch it from beginning to end tomorrow. And literally I just watched Roadhouse back to back. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. This movie will never get old to me. I love it so much.
Yeah, this is a comfort movie for me.
Definitely. This is definitely a comfort movie. If I'm feeling blue, put on Roadhouse.
And I had a deja vu moment when I was grabbing the trailer. So I know I've seen it unedited because that's how I remembered it. And again, if it's ever on television, it's the unedited version. But I've been watching the uncut version, the R-rated version, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know if there is a director's cut or an added
I don't
scene
think there
one.
is.
But in that trailer, I realized that there are lines and scenes in the trailer that's not in the DVD, but I remember them, and I'm pretty sure they're like the filler pieces from the television cut.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Like, I bet if we were to ever get like an Arrow video re-release of this and not just the classic Blu-ray, we could get like a TV cut and Blu-ray, like rated R cut.
Yeah,
Combo
that's
pack.
what.
Like,
But
that's
I
a
had
thing that some places do, so I can see it happening.
I had that weird deja vu where I'm like, that wasn't in the movie last night. Why do I remember those certain lines? I was like, it had to be the television cut because I've probably seen it as much as I have the throw the DVD in and watch it cut,
Yeah.
or Showtime. Only thing I was upset about was this just came off of Tubi the other day. This was on Tubi for a while, and then I go to pull it up so I could watch the best, because I have like an old DVD copy of it. I actually ordered a
Same.
Blu-ray last night, so I rented it, and I wanted it as high def as I could, and I was like, "Crap! I actually have to pay to rent it." This was on Tubi for like ever
It was
since I've been on
streaming
Tubi.
somewhere else. Oh, it was Showtime. Because I have
Show
Showtime right now. That's where I streamed it. Because I have the same thing, like an old DVD of it. It was like, I
Yeah.
want to see it in high quality.
It told me I could get like the trial for Showtime, and I hate doing that because I forget, and then I end up owning Showtime for like a month
Nah,
or two.
Showtime's getting canceled like any day. I finished Dexter: The New Blood last night, so that was the only reason I got it. Now it's going to go away.
Showtime's on its last legs, man.
Yes. Remember when I said I'd cancel you last? I lied.
That's what everyone's saying to Netflix right now.
3 months later, son of a bitch, I'm still paying for Showtime.
You get that notification, and you've already paid for a month, so you hang on to it.
Yep.
That's their plan, man. They want you to forget in that month.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
probably what will happen.
Xbox does it to me all the time. I'll get a $15 charge on my card every once in a while, and I'll be like, wait, is my 1 year up already? And I'll go on there, and yep, sure enough, my gold membership's up. And I refuse to do it monthly because I can go to Walmart, buy the card
so
for
much
$50.
cheaper. Yeah.
I was like, nah, not today.
For the longest
Xbox.
time, I did it monthly, and then I went, wait a minute, this is a terrible finance decision.
It's like double.
Yeah.
It really is almost double. Roadhouse, man. I was actually excited when we were making our schedule, and believe it or not, everyone, we have a schedule. We're 2 months scheduled
We're
out on shows.
professionals.
We are, man. No more of this, what do you want to do? But Nate threw out the suggestion of we should do Roadhouse. And I was like, yeah, there's no reason we shouldn't do this movie.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do Roadhouse since you started the podcast. And I wasn't even a part of the podcast. I was like, Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse. You know, that's exactly
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. So I was like, yeah, cool. I love it. Like I said, it's a comfort movie. It is uber violent. So many, it's like a little bit of talk, exposition, fight. Little bit of exposition, fight. Fight, exposition, fight. That's this movie.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's just one of those things that
every character is awesome in this movie.
Oh, the cast
every single one
is fantastic.
They're fun. They're fantastic. Kelly Lynch is a great love interest.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott is the perfect person to be the grizzled old bouncer.
Dude, put Sam Elliott in anything, and I'm probably going to watch it. You know, that's Ben Garza has this slimy, smarmy feel to him the entire time.
You mean how Jeff Bezos is the bad guy in this movie?
It's basically older Jeff Bezos
in a small town.
Yeah, I like.
I need 80s, like I need the 80s villain of like rich people being the bad guy to be a thing again in modern movies.
Yeah, I do kind of miss that. I do. I mean, I think we got a little bit of that with like Lex Luthor and stuff like that, and some of the newer.
Yeah, but I mean, I need something like this to where he's like, "Damn it, I built an Amazon in West Jefferson, Ohio. You're gonna respect me."
I built this town from nothing. There was nothing until I brought in the J.C. Penney, Nate.
Exactly.
Nate, did you know I brought in the J.C. Penney?
I'll destroy the only car dealership with my monster truck, and the whole town's going to root for me. Now, none of you suckers can buy a new car, but that's not my problem. He should have stayed on my side.
Those poor station wagons, man. That I cried during that scene.
I just love that no one in the town is like, hey, wait a minute, like, knock this off. Now I got to go to buy here, pay here, and I don't want to do that.
No, everyone in town is there watching it. There were like 100 people in that parking lot getting ready. They're going to crash through his whole dealership with Bigfoot without the name on the side. Basically what that was. And I love that. One of the henchmen has a monster truck.
Like, how awesome in 80s is that? Because every kid wanted a monster truck when growing up. I loved Bigfoot growing up.
Yeah. No, I mean, it has a monster truck. It's got sports cars. It's got a red Fox body Mustang the bad guy drives. It see, this movie just oozes 80s, man.
It
And
does.
you know what? Watching it now, it's just as good. There's nothing that really doesn't hold up all that well. You know how some movies you watch, you're like, oh, I don't think we can do that anymore, or you're like, that doesn't work. I'm watching Roadhouse going, I think you could do it now. This movie could
And
come out now and it would go great.
the sad part is this movie was technically a flop. Like
Yeah.
it was made for 17 million. Its opening weekend was 5.9 million and it grossed in the US and Canada, which is basically worldwide for it, 30 million. But it was still considered a flop. Like this
It was.
was not a good thing for Swayze at this time.
Uh no, but my God, this is peak Swayze.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite versions. So there's another movie Swayze does that I had saw before Roadhouse, and it was Steel Dawn. And I just got the DVD of it because
Which
Vestron did a
I need to see that.
re-release. I adore that movie. He is a post-apocalyptic, like, sword slinger, and he is like a paid, I don't even know what you would call it. He's like a paid mercenary, and he's just there to protect this lady's moisture farm, basically. And it's such a cheesy movie, but I love it. And it's this ripped cut Swayze because a lot of us knew him from, Red Dawn,
Dirty Dancing,
Dirty
The
Dancing,
Outsiders.
Outsiders. So it was this younger kind of ghost, chick flicky kind of movies. But then all of a sudden he could be like this badass action star. I
Yeah,
have
because
always
not
like,
only did he get this, then a few years later, we get a top tier action movie of Point Break.
and again, that's another one I want to cover. I
Oh,
I
I can't
love.
wait.
I mean, Keanu Reeves, Gary Busey, Patrick Swayze. Come on, that's like all of the things, all the tick marks,
It's an
and
excellent, excellent indicator of the 90s.
it will be probably even later on. But another Swayze movie I feel is highly underrated, but everyone should watch it is Black Dog with Meatloaf,
Oh,
Travis
yeah.
with the as the trucker.
Yep.
I love Black Dog. I can't explain it. It's it is an action movie, but nowhere near like to the tier what we usually cover. But damn it, that movie's so awesome.
Yeah, well, there's something about the late 90s where I think we were all kind of obsessed with truck drivers for some reason.
Yeah,
Because didn't like Kurt Russell have a truck driver movie? Then we also had that horror movie, Joyride, with Paul
Joyride had
Walker.
come out right about the same
Yeah, it
time.
was like I think those three were all right around the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. It was Swayze, man, and we don't have him anymore. That sucks. You
I
know,
remember where I was the day that I got the news of him dying. It was on Twitter. I had just seen the band Silver Sun Pickups. I was in Cincinnati coming home. I was in the backseat of a friend's car. That's how much of an impact it made on me.
I don't remember where I was, but I remember hearing the news. I mean, it was. I know people be like, "Well, it's a Hollywood star. Why does it matter?" Man, when you grew up watching these movies and you feel like they've been part of your lives. As many times as I've seen Roadhouse, Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze has been a part of my life for a very long
The amount of
time.
times with Roadhouse, Point Break, and Red Dawn. Hell, even Ghost. I love Ghost. Like
Yeah, I
this
mean,
movie's made an impact. So,
Ghost had
but
an awesome ending. That's
yeah,
the
oh, hell yeah, it did.
best part of Ghost.
But everything about this man's career, and I remember like when he had the cancer diagnosis and he was filming The Beast. I think
Yeah.
E.T. had a special on him, hoping to get like into the next season. Like it was sad seeing him go through that.
Mhm.
It's terrible.
No, it's just those guys that made an impact, you know, and he had a presence about him. And I mean, we kind of put the crown on Van Damme and Hard Target as the best mullet ever, but Patrick Swayze's Roadhouse mullet
Oh,
is way up there.
to me, It might be the best hair in action movie history.
Kurt Russell in Tango and Cash is probably, you had Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon, Kurt Russell, Tango and Cash, Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse. Because it's mullet, but not what we think of with the shaved sides mullet. Business in the
It's
front, party in
feathered
the
out.
back.
It's great.
Very almost Farrah Fawcett-ish.
But I feel like even Kurt Russell was like, oh, Patrick Swayze couldn't play the role of Cash, so I'm going to honor that man's mullet by having my own mane.
Oh, man. I love this. And then we get Sam Elliott, dude. Sam freaking Elliott.
Who looks exactly the same age as he does now.
Yeah. What's up with that? like they're calling him old in this movie. And I'm like, it's 2022. He's still running around. This was 1989. It's like, and
Sam Elliott, though, he's got that bum knee in this, and like just the way that he's got that grit, that voice, man.
We got a
Nana,
sign.
I kid you not, used to have just a framed picture of Sam Elliott in the living room.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
She's a huge Sam Elliott fan.
You name an older woman that when you say Sam Elliott, they don't go, oh, Sam Elliott.
Oh, I mean, I do the same thing.
We all do. I honestly, Jackie was watching The Ranch, and I watched some of it. For some reason, it just didn't grab me. I didn't.
Yeah, like I watched the first season with Cody, and then I never really watched anything else.
I didn't jump back into it, but I loved Sam Elliott in it. And honestly, I forget who I was talking to. I think what turned me off from it was the language in The Ranch. I felt like they just did it because we could. And
yeah, when anything like that sounds forced, it's not funny.
It really did. And it's
like some of those like animated cartoons that like try to be like South Park. It's like, oh, you're not getting the joke.
Oh, what is that? Big Mouth. I can't watch Big Mouth. I hate that.
Oh,
cartoon.
I love me some Big Mouth though, but I know you hate it.
I do, but I love F is for Family. I can't watch BoJack Horseman anymore because it depresses me.
I was gonna say, yeah, BoJack is just one depressing ass show.
I can't do that, but I also don't watch all the other there was a Park Ranger one with a bear.
Exactly. That was the one I was gonna think of. Brickleberry is awful.
Oh yeah, I don't. Watch
Hoops
those.
on Netflix was terrible. There's some other ones, but you know what? Those shows aren't Roadhouse.
They are not
Roadhouse.
That is right. Nate, you've got me all messed up here. I know I'm supposed to do the 3-sentence synopsises for the action show.
I was tired of slaving over them, putting in so much time, thought, and process.
Weeks he would spend. Weeks.
I couldn't sleep at night sometimes.
Literal weeks.
For 3 little sentences.
This time I was like, I need something that personifies my love of Roadhouse. And I think this is it right here. So in lieu of the normal 3-sentence synopsis, I give you this.
Oh my God, Roadhouse! I want to buy this.
Great. And as a bonus, I'll throw in What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams.
No, thank you.
No charge.
I do not want it.
But it's free, sir.
If that DVD even touches Roadhouse, I will kill you.
Do not let What Dreams May Come touch my Roadhouse DVD.
I will let you know something. A, I actually really like What Dreams Will Come. But B, I was a Roadhouse fan before the Family Guy episode dropped.
Oh, totally was.
So anyone knows, before they come at us like, oh, these guys are just falling on the Family Guy joke. No.
We were before that. But it means we loved that episode and we understood what Seth MacFarlane was getting at because he wrote that about me and Nate. That he was like, I met these two guys who love Roadhouse so much that they would roundhouse drive-thrus just so they could scream,
Roadhouse, Roadhouse.
That
forever and ever. I want that on my tombstone, actually. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Here lies
there's the fun drinking game for this week's episode. Every time we say Roadhouse, take a shot. And if you're still alive, email us at gmbmampod@gmail.com.
Good luck.
May the odds forever be in your favor. Roadhouse.
So this movie starts out with just the epitome of cool. We have a very sharp dressed Swayze being shown of just he doesn't even have to fight you to be such a badass. He just be's nice. Just gotta be nice. Walk a guy outside, tricks that guy, and like, hey, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And he's like, all right, now you're not welcome back in the bar. That is the ultimate introduction to an action character to me. Next to Commando.
Yeah, I was gonna
Commando
say
does the really like badass murdering everyone, and this does the opposite of I'm so much better than you. I don't even have to like lift a finger on you to
and
kick your ass.
I swear they went and got like the local professional wrestlers to be the bodyguard or the other bouncers in that first bar scene because they're all huge.
Yeah, they're giant. Even Terry Funk looks amazing in this movie.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, just that first, like, you kind of feel like he's as the movie goes, he builds it up from nothing, which is what basically we are led to believe he did for this first bar. And it's really nice, really like calm.
It's more of like a club is what I got.
It looked very clubbish, they focus on the bands. There was a lot of people dancing, and then there was drinking and stuff. But no, it really sets the tone. And then he gets, the job offer from, the Double Deuce owner. And it makes you feel like this happens all the time. That's how you get Dalton is you have to go find him. Then you offer him a job, and then he'll take it at his own, passing.
Now,
he's like,
I've been in plenty of hole in the wall bars to know that bouncers are a real thing. But I've always wondered, like, are coolers that much of a real thing?
I don't know, but it had to be something. Like, I don't feel like they
it
just
definitely
made
had to have
that
been
up.
something because, like, it felt very real. And just the way that, like, I guess as bar owners, like, it's like, oh, no. If you want the best, you want Wade Garrett. You don't want me, So it's like, oh, shit. Well, coolers are definitely, like, well-known in the bar scene and club scene as well then.
Well, even when he says you want Wade Garrett, he goes, he's getting old. So he already knew about Wade Garrett and wanted Dalton. He wanted the young blood who was basically taught by Wade Garrett.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
the Anakin to the Obi-Wan.
I mean, I've been to a handful of those kind of like divey bars, especially when we would travel for work. And I only really remember the guys that are basically in charge of the Double Deuce first. Those are the bouncers you would deal with at those bars.
Yeah, like you would always deal with like the really big puffed out chest dude.
Yeah, the guys that have something to prove, they almost want to start a fight just so they have something to do that night.
They don't know how to be nice. That's why they're out.
Right.
Like your last check, you're gone.
Yep. 100%.
Now, let me ask you this. If you had to guess, how many bar fights do you think you've seen in your lifetime?
Like actual?
Yeah, like real
I was
bar
present
fights.
for.
Yeah. Not being a part of, but just like you've seen.
Like 2.
Oh wow, that's lower than I thought it would be.
And I didn't go to a lot. I mean, when I say I've been to some of these places, I could probably count on one hand. You know what I mean? I never did the bar scene, when I was younger. We would travel when I worked in Ohio. We would go all over installing windows and stuff for Pella. And we were just trying to find someplace, either to get something to drink or it was the only place to go get food. And you would end up in you'd end up these little bars. And honestly, the bar fight was never what you saw in the movie. Like usually it was 2 guys that would get in an argument and then the bouncers would take them out.
Oh, see, growing up in Springfield, the lovely
Springfield,
place.
Enough said.
I swear there are moments where it's like, oh man, if we go to the bar tonight, there's just going to be a fight. Like
Roadhouse, Roadhouse, Roadhouse.
I want to say at minimum maybe 5, but I feel like I can probably count on double hands, like both hands, how many fights there's been. I remember there was one time a fight broke out right at closing time, and I was sitting there at the bar having my beer, and then like a cartoon, a door opened up, and you'd have a guy just disappear, like he'd go outside. Then you'd have the door open back up, and 3 people started screaming, saying they're pepper spraying everyone. And I'm just drinking my beer, like, that sounds like a really entertaining thing is happening out there. And then the door would open up, and another person come in saying they're calling the cops. And I was like, I don't know what's going on out there, but it's not my fight, so I'm not getting involved. I just want to enjoy my beer.
I just like how you were getting like a running commentation of what was happening outside.
Oh, yeah. It was incredible. I could not explain what the hell was going on as to why that was happening. God, I've seen fights break out from the bar and go into the middle of the street. Springfield's fun.
Well, Springfield. I mean,
yeah, there was a time, like how you said, like some of those bouncers always look for something to prove, where Cody had ordered a pitcher of beer for us, and then they said, wrap it up, we're closing, and we're like, what the hell? We just spent like $10 on this, but because we were already hammered, Cody then took the pitcher and wrapped his entire hoodie around the pitcher, and we were giggling as we were trying to walk out the front, and then the bouncer went, hey, what's in your hoodie? And Cody went, oh, you mean this? And reached out and pulled out the holy grail of pitchers. And the guy went, you guys aren't welcome back here, and took it away from us.
Oh, I would have been like, you're not welcome back, and let you leave with the beer. That would have been me.
Nope, he took the pitcher, but we were still totally back at that bar like a week or two later.
They never remember.
No, they're not going to remember your face. Come on, especially at 2 a.m. You're just as tired as us.
I considered getting into the bouncer industry once or twice because I'm not a small man.
No, dude, you were born an asshole and just grew bigger.
Yeah, and none of the I thought you would be bigger jokes would work on me because I'm already bigger.
Big.
I am a big dude, but for some reason I guess it's just where I just didn't really care for the bar scene. I was like, nah, I'm a gentle giant.
Yeah, you are.
I am a gentle giant.
I do love, like, speaking of Springfield, that the Double Deuce is referred to as being the worse than the toilet that they worked back in Dayton. And I'm like, all right, there's no way, because Dayton is where dreams go to die.
Then that makes me believe that it was worse. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be worse.
No.
Dayton's not great. I have been to Dayton quite a few times.
But that's the sequel we could have got, or the prequel, where it would have been the Dayton bar that Dalton worked at.
I liked how Sam Elliott pulled up to it and called it the Double Deuce. That was probably one of my favorite scenes in that. It's just out of nowhere. He just like, another place like this. And it wasn't even the shithole version. It was it was the remodeled version.
It was the nice version. Yeah, he didn't even get to see, like, when Dalton arrives and he's just being quiet and observing, and there's just chaos. People are throwing beer bottles at the house band. There's already people, like, starting to break out in fights. You got the bartender stealing. You got another person dealing drugs. Like, it was the chaos of every bar, like, story that your parents would tell you as to why you shouldn't go drinking in one.
It was every trope in one scene.
Yeah.
I mean, there was so, like, I watched it last night in high def. There's so many things they would just have going on in the background. Like, we saw the girl go to the bathroom to deal the drugs and everything. Well, when he starts walking to the owner's office, you see her in the background walk past him, behind him, and she's like rubbing her nose. You know, you're like, they're doing the whole, like, yep, she's back there doing coke, you know. And just, there's so much happening in this movie. You're never bored during this movie. I mean, seriously. And I don't care how many times you've watched this movie, I almost always see something new, or at least something I've forgotten from a long time ago, going, oh shit, I forgot they did that part. That was really cool.
Yeah, I always forget that, like, Keith David is in this movie.
I was going to bring him up later. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those things. In 1989, there's no reason to, like, hide Keith David. Like, we know who he is at this time. You know, this is just after They Live.
Yeah,
but for some reason, he's just a blink of an eye, and there he goes.
Yeah, he's just very nondescript, but he has lines, so he does get to talk. You know, because they're like, you know, how's the whiskey looking? And he's like, getting low. And then I think he says something later to him. So I mean, he had speaking lines. He wasn't
He
just a
did. He just
throwaway.
didn't throw hands.
Nope, didn't throw hands. He just stood back there behind the bar. That was his job, and he did it well.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah. So one of the things I like the most about this one, I don't know if I should say most, but one of my favorite little things they do in this movie was
Non-fight related.
the non-fight related scenes was we watch him drive because he doesn't fly. You know, he makes that point clear. He gets into a Mercedes, a nice, pretty, clean Mercedes, and drives to, the new bar, the Double Deuce. Well, he's there. He visits the bar. He's got the Mercedes, but he's not like working yet. The next scene we see him do is he goes to a used car lot. And you're like, what's he doing? And he buys this older vehicle. And the main reason he buys it is it has clamshells that close over top of the headlights because that was it. Do they work? Yes. And the guy shows him they work and he goes, I'll take it. Doesn't haggle, doesn't do anything, buys the car. And then we proceed to watch him load like tires in the back of the trunk, all this other stuff. And we get a good payoff because the first day he works at the bar and fires people, they mess his car up. They pop all his tires, they break his antenna, they bust out the windshield. You knew they would have busted out the headlights if they could have got to him. So he already knew. He's just been
He
in this
plans
business.
everything out. Yeah, like he
Yeah.
just knows, all right, new place, new guy that's going to be coming in, running the show. They're going to hate me.
Yeah, I'm not going to drive the pretty, nice Mercedes that, let me just say, had I knew I could get that kind of money for $5,000 to show up, $500 a night and cover all my medical expenses, I may have become a bouncer.
Yeah, but then you got to find whatever this dude does for a living to like buy the Double Deuce. Because I just don't picture someone with that kind of money going, oh, that's the bar I'm going to buy. The one that has the most notorious fights in all the land.
Well, and his whole thing was, I've come into some money. And he just says it in this weird way where you're like,
yeah,
are you
my
the bad
grandma
guy?
died and now I have money.
You're like,
and grandma kept telling me as a child, do not buy a bar with this money. Child.
I don't know if he's one of the good guys at this point or not. He's like,
are you Elon Musk?
I think you've come across some money in a nefarious way in the way that you kind of stroked your beard. As you said, I've come into some money. He didn't have a beard, but
he didn't, but
you expect that, like, I've come into some money.
I really need a backstory as to what the hell it was and why the Double Deuce. He clearly could have bought a bar just as nice as the club that you see in the beginning.
Or, he could have went anywhere else. He didn't have to be where he was and buy that beer.
Small town.
But man, he was in love with that bar. He had a vision. He had blueprints. He had drawings.
Like, what I love about Dalton playing like that, then he gets the most amazing rental space, apartment, whatever you want to call it, for $100 a month.
Even though it was $100 a month, I would have died there because it was in a barn.
I would have died too. My allergies would have killed me.
Like Jackie just mowed a little while ago, and I had probably a 15-minute sneezing fit.
Yep.
And I take Benadryl and stuff daily. So it's been that way since I was a kid.
My hay fever is the worst. So I would not be able to live it, but I do appreciate it. And no AC would have also killed me as well.
Well, what would have been the point for the AC? It's literally the top part of the barn.
Yeah.
Like they show the one wall and you can
It'd be
see
so damn hot.
You can see through the wood slats. It wasn't like it was drywalled, but they put in some nice windows and patio
doors. And I love
doors.
that Emmett's like, I just don't know why anyone won't take the spot. I'm like, there's a lot of reasons why.
I love Emmett. This is one of my favorite whole things in here where he goes, well, I hate to do it, but I got to charge you something or the Presbyterians in the area would pray for my ruin. And he goes, how does $100 strike you? And Dalton's like, fine.
Yeah.
He goes, "You can afford it?" He goes, "If it keeps you in the good graces of the church." He goes, "Funny how money will do that." I was like, that is my
I
favorite
was dying
interaction
at that exchange.
in the whole movie. I love Emmett in this. It is just fantastic. And he keeps doing it. He goes, "Saw you had a lady friend up there." I was just, God bless you, Emmett. I love it to death. He saves his life and he goes, "I'll be doing a lot better if you get off me."
Yeah, like after Roadhouse saves his life, he's like, "All right, that's enough."
Oh, the characters in this, talking about Emmett, but then you got Red who runs the car parts place. I mean, just this
Red's
dry
fantastic.
humor. And the guy that owns the Double Deuce, Tillman, he just has this. I don't know, man. This personality about him or something. You can tell he's worried about Brad Wesley. That we find out later, Brad like controls the entire town, but we
Yeah.
never hear that Tillman has been paying Brad the payoff. But then you find out that he buys his alcohol through
Yeah.
Brad. So I think that's how that little
I think that's what it is
dynamic
because
worked.
Jeff Bezos supplies the alcohol to the bar, so that's why he kind of turns an eye to Tillman. But even like
Probably he's probably getting a
Jeff
pretty good cut.
Healy, who's never acted before this movie, he just knows how to shred. He's
Dude,
awesome and believable as like
it's
one
Cody.
of Dalton's closest friends.
I love that. He is probably also one of my favorite characters. I don't have an unfavorite character. Even the bad guys, I get a kick out of, like the giant dude that looks like Jaws from the James Bond movies.
Yeah.
That guy cracks me up. Terry Funk and all these guys that are.
The funny thing is, even as I was watching this, I was like, I wonder if Charlie is friends with any of these henchmen. One of these just feels like someone Charlie would know from a convention.
Possibly. I'd have to dig.
Like, it's just one of those, I'm like, I don't know. This seems like a Maximum Overdrive situation to me.
I am friends with somebody in Maximum Overdrive, but my guess is I'm probably that whole Kevin Bacon thing where I'm maybe only like 1 degree away from a
Kind of like
handful
how
of
I'm
them.
1 degree away from Billy Zane at the moment.
Haha, Billy Zane.
The
You're
fight of
shit.
2022 that I never knew was going to come.
You're
Never
shit one
knew
of these
how
days.
close I was going to get.
I think that'd be one of the few people I'd pay to interview just so I can have him on the show. Billy Zane, if you're listening, I will pay you to come on the show so we can interview you, just so I can listen
guess
to
I'll
Nate.
allow it.
Yeah, Nate's gonna be like, I never said any of that.
I don't know what you're talking
I don't
about,
know what
Mr.
he's
Billy
talking
Zane.
about.
I've
And
always respected you and your work, Mr. Billy Zane.
I'm gonna have every drop of Nate's comments going, Billy Zane, I challenge you, Billy Zane.
Not like I'm gonna go Roadhouse on you, Billy Zane.
I think he would go Roadhouse on him.
Roadhouse.
There we go. Y'all still alive out there playing the game? Because I don't think you are.
I don't think so either.
At least passed out at this point.
I've also realized, because we've already lost all of our listeners from New Albany here in Ohio, that the villain is just from New Albany.
Yeah.
If you have a very rich neighborhood in your state or country that you're listening to, just know that I will be making fun of them. You can send us an email at where, Charlie?
GMBMAMPOD@gmail.com.
Yes, send us an email of whatever rich neighborhood it is, and I will make fun of them.
Oh, Nate.
I'm going to lose so many people.
I think, like you and Pete said, we probably don't have many from that area.
Nah,
anyway.
it's actually where all of our biggest listeners are from.
Is it real? That's where they're all based out of New Albany.
Hey, they do not appear to like us, Brenda.
I'm sure they really enjoy our Dead Alive episode or our From Beyond.
Dead Heat.
Dead Heat. Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. They're going to love Roadhouse. All right, Nate, I need a break. Let's hit our commercial break here and rejuvenate ourselves.
I'll allow it.
All right, we'll allow it. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, the podcast that's based on the old school, but can still help you find the good stuff from today. Dangerous Dan Colley, the Professor Jimmy Street, and the Plastic Sheik Jared are the undisputed six-man tag team champions of the wrestling podcast world. From thought-provoking topics to superstar interviews to action figure expertise. This trio does it all, and all they ask is, give me back my pro wrestling! Every other Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
In Rambo's world, there's inhuman terror from Savage.
Dr. Hyde!
Savage is cybernetic leader. He's half man, half machine, with a face only Savage could love, and the terror doesn't stop.
X-ray!
Part man, part deadly missile system.
You think X-ray's worried about Rambo? You think Dr. Hyde's worried about anything?
New X-ray and Dr. Hyde each sold separately with their battle action accessories from Coleco.
Hey, this is the one-man gold mine, the one-man enterprise of professional wrestling and all entertainment, Flynn Hendricks. And you better believe when I'm looking for a good podcast to listen to, I go to my own. I go to the I Know You Hear Me podcast hosted by me, Flynn Hendricks. That is such a fresh perspective for how you should look at life, too. I love that. And then when I'm feeling spooky, I go to my other podcast, Tales from the Haunt, where myself, I want my head shoved inside a 15-pound silicone mask. More. I want to have a bucket of sweat coming off me at the end of the night than just Jeff.
Dogs don't lay eggs, Flynn.
Talk to other scare actors about what it takes to get into the world of scare acting. So if you're curious about how people became professional wrestlers, actors, prioritized their mental health, became entrepreneurs, avoided burnout, or got into scare acting, you need to go check out I Know You Hear Me and Tales from the Haunt, available on all podcasting platforms. And I know you hear me.
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
And we're back.
Dude, we were recording. I'm like, it is hot as hell in my house. Like, it's almost as hot as the top of that barn. And I realized the heat was on.
Why is the heat on, Nate?
I don't know.
That's insanity,
It's
sir.
like 74 degrees in here. I'm like, this is terrible.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I came home, I showered, and instantly started podcasting. I didn't have time to look at the thermostat.
So I was wondering why you were so glistening with your shirt off doing your poses.
My Tai Chi.
Your Tai Chi, your kata.
Well, that's usually just because
of
I'm absolutely in love with Swayze.
You modeled your entire life after Swayze.
Everything but the mullet.
You're trying, though.
I'm trying.
You could get there. I think
could.
you could.
If my job would allow it.
I was going to say, will your job allow a mullet?
I don't know. I have to check the guidelines.
Is there a hair length limitation?
There is a hair length limitation. I know that.
Oh, there is. Is there machinery involved that you can't have your hair around?
No, not that I know of. No.
Well, it's just shenanigans then. Like, if there's no machinery that can scalp you.
We're just now allowed to have beards, so.
And I love how, they got that notification, and I swear Nate grew one in a day.
Yeah, it was like 2 days later. I went, boys, this is how you become a man.
It's like, poof, there is bearded Nate. Bask in his bearded glory.
And then I deleted my PowerPoint presentation as to why we should have beards.
That's right.
But don't need this anymore.
He immediately walked into the break room and roundhouse kicked the water cooler.
Roadhouse.
And said, Roadhouse.
Beard.
Beard has freed his inner Roadhouse.
I probably could write an entire philosophical book, though, on the advice that Roadhouse has to offer.
I like how that was his major, philosophy.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a philosophy book on Roadhouse.
A philosophical bouncer.
It'd just be called Be Nice.
Totally, man. It's one of my favorite things from this movie is the be nice mentality. It's be nice till it's time not to be nice.
And I love that people still think they can kick his ass.
Oh, constantly.
I mean, there's that one bartender he fires right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, well, my uncle supplies your alcohol and I'm back. You're out. And then he pulls out a big old Bowie knife. And it's like, dude, you're just some bartender. You're going to get your ass handed to you.
you say uncle. That I was unsure if I was going to have a chance to bring this up. That character in here as the bartender, they reference him as he is under the employ of Mr. Wesley, because Wesley, he is the nephew of Mr. Wesley. And then whenever he gets his ass kicked after this and they have to go, tell Brad what they did, he goes, "My only sister's son." That's how he refers to him in this movie. I'm like, he didn't even call him family. He didn't call him
Oh no,
nephew.
that's a business partner to him. Nothing
My
more.
only, it was one of those little subtle things of how,
You're dirt beneath my shoe.
yeah, you're nothing. And then he like basically dehumanizes poor
He
Jimmy,
dehumanizes
or not
all of
Jimmy,
his
but
henchmen.
who was, I can't remember the other guy's name, but he like beats the piss out of that guy.
Yeah, like he goes Three Stooges on all of his henchmen.
Yeah, he does. I do like though that he's the one that punches, during that whole like dress down, where he's like the one that makes the guy bleed, then knocks him out. I was expecting like Jimmy to like kick him or something, or honestly kind of felt like they were gonna kill him. You're led
Yeah,
up to that
definitely.
thought that they were just gonna like, yeah, this guy's a piece of shit and we're just gonna kill him. But they don't. It was just kind of, I don't know. That was just this was just a different kind of action movie to me. Like people get knocked out there, and we'll touch on it when we get to the body count, but we kind of have to talk about it for a little bit. Is not a lot of people die in this movie.
No, you just get a lot of people beat the shit out of.
Yeah, I mean it's it's super violent, like super violent. They reference a lot of violence. Just it's not like they're pulling out guns constantly. It's
No, like
just,
it's just a different kind of violence. And
yeah,
it's not like
it's a
kung
beat
fu
down.
violence either. This is like knuckles to face, American style, I guess. I don't know.
Well, even as Swayze, who you can tell is trained in some sort of style, it's still very like bare
Gritty?
knuckle,
Yeah.
gritty, bare knuckle.
No holds bar.
His fighting stance on a lot of it isn't anything that's like what you expect from like Van
Not
Damme or
orthodox or anything like that.
no.
Yeah.
It was almost like he's fighting the style that drunks usually take when they get in there. Yet he could then, swing a badass roundhouse to your head because you're not expecting that. He's very agile and quick in this movie. But I mean, Swayze makes you believe he does that, which he does. It wasn't like this was
so
fake.
calm and cool.
Yeah.
Like every time he is in a fight, it's just so graceful.
That's it. And I think that's a lot of the dancer parts of everything.
I think so too. It's just like the man's a damn good dancer.
But it's also a Patrick Swayze thing. I mean, tell me a movie that you've watched of him that you didn't go, man, that character's really just cool. Point Break, very cool, very controlled. You haven't seen Steel Dawn, but when you watch it, he's the quiet, kind of reserved guy till it's time not to be the quiet, reserved guy. Ghost, he's not a fighter in Ghost at all, but he's very cool. He's very calm.
Very cool. And Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. He's just cool. Like,
I need to revisit that.
He's
movie.
got some
It's
attitude.
been a while. I love me some John Leguizamo, man.
Wesley Snipes is in that too.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo.
It's a great movie.
I've seen it a handful of times. It's just been a while since I've revisited
Same.
it.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. I'd be curious how it holds up now though.
Yeah, that's the
that
thing I'd be curious to see.
It was groundbreaking when it came out, but I almost wonder if it's not the type of groundbreaking that's allowed anymore. You know what I
Could
mean?
be. Who knows?
Tearing down barriers that they were like, no, we're not with that barrier tear down.
So another reason to show that Dalton is just the coolest, he carries his own medical records, Charlie.
He does, man. All of his like stitches,
It's
all
just
of
easier.
his...
Yeah, he's got 31 broken bones, 2 bullet holes,
Mm.
4 stainless steel screws, and now 9 staples after he gets cut in the most recent bar fight with the Bowie knife.
Right. Also, now I'm like, does he write his own wounds that he tends in his own medical record? Because he's got the stitching on his arm that he did himself. He didn't go to the doctor, so does he draw that in himself as, Dr. Dalton, and, that he's his own
He could.
practitioner?
Well, I mean, he even had like the diagrams and everything of where he's been cut, stabbed, you name it.
Oh yeah, it had like the body and he could draw it. That's what I'm saying. Like, did he draw the part on his
Yeah,
arm?
he probably did.
She's reading it going, well, I've never heard of this Dr. Dalton. And he's like, well, I'm working on my doctorate, so I just felt it would be easier to write that in now.
Yes, and I like to doodle where all my boo-boos are.
Doodle my boo-boos.
Yeah.
Never thought we would use that phrase in this show, Nate. Thanks for breaking ground again.
Always am.
All, and only on our
Roadhouse
episode. Yeah, I'm going to use that button. I don't care. I love that button.
And the great thing is this scene now allows us to set up our romance character with Kelly Lynch. And I think she is a fantastic lead in this.
I agree.
She is believable. She is having fun with him. She is afraid of Jeffrey Bezos. She cares for Red.
Well, I would hope so. It's family. That's her
Exactly.
uncle.
But like, you believe it. It has that small town girl charm, I guess, that the 80s and 90s knew. The girl next door kind of thing.
Yeah, because you get that kind of when we first meet her, she's wearing the glasses, she's in her doctor's outfit, very plain looking. And then when we first see her out, when she comes to the Double Deuce, Aquanet with hair up to the sky and, shorter, tighter dress, catches everyone's eye, that kind of character. But no, I like her in this. And I feel like she kind of holds her own with Patrick Swayze in this, especially when Sam Elliott's character gets introduced to her.
Exactly. And I know
she's giving it back to him as quick as he can give it to her, as far as like snarkiness or quips. I love that whole interaction. Oh, I almost want to believe that was ad-libbed. I think it would make it even better if I could know that wasn't scripted. And they were just like, Sam Elliott, just be your own, kind of, I don't want to say sleazeball, but he even goes, a girl like that doesn't deserve, or a smart girl like that doesn't deserve an ass like that. You're just kind of
something like that.
That might be the line that we can't say nowadays, even though I just did.
A girl with brains like that shouldn't have an ass like that.
That's what it is. I was like, I want to know that was like ad-libbed by Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam Elliott didn't know the cameras were rolling.
Exactly. Give me some of that stuff where you're like, I didn't know we were filming. They put that in. That's awesome.
It's funny because right after she gets introduced, that's when we get Sam Elliott being introduced as well, because Dalton calls him up to kind of let him know what he's gotten himself into.
So I was trying to remember watching it on television, and I'm pretty sure it cuts to just him on the phone with Dalton. You don't get that like opening shot of the titty bar,
Yeah, I don't think that you get him like being a bouncer at a different bar at the moment. I think they're just on the phone. It's been a while since I've seen that version, but
I was trying to remember because they couldn't have shown the army guys at the stage because there's stuff you see in that scene.
Yeah,
I remember that he's on the phone and that he makes the joke about the big white mint in the urinal. I've always remembered that from the TV edit until I saw the uncut, and then you're like, oh, he's working in a titty bar, which does it seem a little weird though, because Dalton was taught by Wade Garrett, but Wade Garrett didn't seem like he was in a bar that was cleaned up. Like
exactly.
Dalton
I thought that was strange too. So like the way that I took it, because you would think that Wade Garrett be working at a fancy club like Dalton was.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe he retired from that kind of lifestyle and just found himself at a place where not many fights are going to break out. because they're not
Right.
usually going to happen at a strip club. It's just like, hey, hands off the merchandise, kind of
And
thing.
I
Just
think
pipe down, bud.
that's probably what I think.
I'll
There's like
rough you up if I
one,
need to, but really, I just don't need to because it's not going to happen here.
because they only show it was one fight he had to go break up, and it was one
And
on
it looks like
one.
he's not even in like a big ass strip club. It looks like
No,
a
it
strip
looked
club
like
that has 2 strippers, and that's it.
there was like a handful of strippers, then there were pool tables, and then a bar. I mean, it was not a big. It literally looked like a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
Those
like
types.
just something that is way off on a downbeaten road that no one ever travels to, and he just happens to collect a paycheck from there from time to time.
That's kind of maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just travels from bar to bar. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Very kind of nomadic, and he just pops into places that he has worked at, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can like work here for a month." And then move on. But I always just kind of, because the way they talk up Garrett in the movie, and that he taught Dalton everything he knows, why was he in such a shithole kind I don't want to say shithole, but he's in a strip club. It's not
Yeah, he's
anywhere what
definitely in something that would not be
yeah,
what
it's
you would
not
think a
what Dalton has
prestigious
been,
cooler
because
would be in.
I love like the progression of Dalton. Like when we first saw him, it was a nice bar. They're all wearing like matching shirts. It was very, you know, set right. Double Deuce, it starts out really rough, but by the time we get towards the end of the movie, they're all wearing like red
Yeah,
shirts.
they all have their uniform. They're in their polos, which I want a Double Deuce polo
Yeah,
so
there
badly.
has to be someone that's
Or just a
making them.
Double Deuce T-shirt now. Like, especially after
Yeah.
watching this and getting ready for the episodes, like, I need some Roadhouse merchandise.
Roadhouse.
And definitely, like,
Roadhouse.
I know I said that Patrick Swayze might have the best hair in action movie history. When they introduced Sam Elliott, he might have the best hair in action movie history.
It was
That
just
salt and pepper.
that Sam Elliott oozing of, I want to say cool, but we've already said that about fine. The oozing of sexiness from
Yeah,
Sam
that's
Elliott.
all it is. It's just pure manly sexiness
When
coming
he
from
puts
him.
his hair up in that hairband or rubber band, and
I
it's not
love
like
sending that gift to Hannah.
so I shared earlier it'll be a couple weeks ago from when you guys hear this. I had put in the group one of my favorite lines in the movie, and my buddy shared that Sam Elliott gif in there. I'm like, yeah, you get it,
Hannah's
because
like,
I didn't put
I
Roadhouse.
don't get it. I don't understand why he's so attractive. I'm like, no, he is. Like, you're wrong.
I don't understand how you don't
And the
understand.
gift is so like it is a creepy looking gif.
It is, but we all know what it is, and we all get it, and we're like, yes, we agree.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. But no, I love everything about Sam Elliott in this. I find myself to where I'm even like watching the other bouncers in the Double Deuce, because I'm really liking their characters. You got the heavy, set guy. I can't remember what his actual character name was. I want to say it was like Tiny or something like that. But he's like falling asleep at the bar when we first see him, and then later on you kind of feel like he's Dalton's like top guy.
Yeah, you feel like he's kind of like the supervisor or something like
Yeah,
that on the
it's
ship.
like
at
that
the
guy, then
Double
Dalton.
Deuce.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and he always
He has
and
a
I
lot of
love
respect for him.
yeah, and then you get that progression of, before they do anything, they look at Dalton, and Dalton always does like the head nod, like, go ahead. Even like I was a little like miffed that he let his boys go up against Jimmy when they come into the bar after they burn down Red's place. I was like, I feel like Dalton would have known better than to let his guys go up against Jimmy. You had to know that was like the
Your boss
guy.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that was a smart, cooler move on Swayze's part. Because man, that dude wrecks them with a pool cue.
Yeah.
It
And I
really
even
does.
think to drive home the point of like Dalton and his men is like when that gang shows up to start trouble when the bar's all nice and neat now.
Oh,
The
the
one
knife
guy's
boot
wearing the
scene.
knife boot. Yeah.
Yes.
And Dalton's like pointing it out and letting them all go handle it and taking the fight outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Dalton immediately grabs that guy's leg and twists his ankle, like immediately went for the biggest threat to anyone and then throws his boot up on the roof.
Yeah.
I
Who throws
love
a
that.
boot?
You think he would just take the boot off and throw it? No, you watch him like throw it up towards the Double Deuce. It's on the roof now. There's no chance that guy's getting his boot back.
Not at all. And like even when they show up, he's like, "We're closed." And he's like, "Sure does look like you're having a good time." It's like
He
you're
goes,
too stupid to know to have a good time.
That's exactly it. And he's like, yeah, they do look like they're having a good time.
I can only imagine what Top Gun did for the Navy. Roadhouse did the same thing for bouncers in like
Had
the
to
late
have.
80s, early
Had
90s.
to have. It made me think about it. Honestly, I think if I could have got the paycheck that Dalton talks about, I probably would have done it. I might still do it if someone offers me that kind of pay. That's good pay even for 2022, man.
So now we got what? Wade is officially in town, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, we can say Wade's in. He called.
Yeah.
He needed. So Wesley shut down their alcohol distributors. So my guess is he calls Wade to call someone he knows from probably further away and get the alcohol flowing back to the Double Deuce. And then boom, we get Wade Garrett there.
Which is definitely one of my favorite fight scenes, I think, in the movie, is because when Wade shows up, Dalton's getting his ass kicked during a beer delivery.
Oh, God, he is.
Because Bezos' men are smashing every single beer bottle, and Dalton confronts them like, "Hey, not on my watch," and then begins to roadhouse their ass. And of course, because he's beating the hell out of them, that's when they get upset and all like hold him down and start beating the hell out of him. And then you get this incredible scene of Wade Garrett pulling up on a bike, an old school Harley, because of course, and then he's just kind of chuckling and laughing as Dalton's getting beat up. And then that's when he chimes in and you see him do like the same techniques that Dalton has, going for the knees. He gets a dick punch, he's taking out each person one by one. It's incredible.
They go for the knees so many times.
You go for a knees, the man will fall down.
That's right, man. Even the biggest man will go down if you take out his knee. I can vouch for that. No one's ever took out my knee except myself. I've taken my own knee out, and yep, it hurts. You don't get back up very easily.
Eventually, I'm gonna make Dick Punch of the Week a segment.
Dick Punch of the Week. Maybe it should be monthly. I don't think every movie we watch has a dick punch in it.
I feel like there's more dick punching in movies than we remember.
I know you've been bringing them up a lot more lately.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I keep noticing it.
Nate's like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more dick punches. I'm pretty sure
there's more here. Tune in next week for Dick Punch of the Week.
We'll see if there actually is one, but we'll try our best to get Dick Punch of the Week.
Now we go through a dry spell of no dicks getting punched.
Guaranteed. I'm looking at the list of movies right now. Don't know if there's many dick punches in these.
I don't think there's gonna be.
I think you picked a bad time to stand on that hill, Nate.
Maybe July.
We might have to do a Dick Punch monthly special.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Every movie
August will be the Dick Punch month.
Every movie's guaranteed at least 2 dick punches. I don't want to just guarantee one.
I'll go through all of my movies, just fast forward and watch them at like 3 speed. Like, come on, where's the dick punch?
We'll do a Mortal Kombat definitely for one of the action.
There, one, boom.
One of already we're a quarter of the way there, guys. Quarter of the way for the Dick Punch month. I like it.
Then we'll have a stats at the very end of the year for our next anniversary episode of this is how many people got punched in the dick.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think we've hyped it too much. We might actually end up having to do this. Thanks, Nate. I'm not editing this out because it's part of the episode now. It's part of the
Roadhouse
episode.
Roadhouse.
And now we get Wade Garrett is finally introduced into Kelly Lynch's character, and they all have a very lovely night out on the town, the local diner.
Running into morning, they've been out.
I don't know how
they
stay up that late after working, fighting, and then proceeding. I guess that's a lot of coffee. I guess that's all it is. It's just coffee.
Well, Nate,
uppers.
I'll get all the sleep I need when I'm dead.
God, he's full of so much wisdom.
He really was, man. He really was. No, so we're gonna speed up here a little bit because it's gonna be a little bit before we make it to
It
the
could be a
ending. If we don't.
7-hour episode if it was up to me, just being like, man,
Well,
I love
we're just talking
Roadhouse.
about Roadhouse. So we find
Man, I
out
love
that
Swayze.
Kelly Lynch's character used to be married to Brad Garrett. Garrett is now determined to destroy everything Swayze, I guess, holds dear, even though I'm guessing we're going over a couple of months because we've now watched the.
I was going to ask you, is it a couple weeks? I feel like it's over
I think it's been
close to a
months
year or something like
because
that.
of how the Double Deuce has progressed.
Exactly. And like with Wade Garrett being introduced, we find out that Dalton has killed a man.
Yeah, Dalton killed a
because
man.
he was sleeping with a woman who was married, but he did not know that she was married, and the guy pulled a gun on him.
Yep.
So when it became a matter of life or death, Dalton had to protect himself.
Exactly. It was
but
self-defense.
It haunts him because he's not that type of person.
So Brad Wesley has been retaliating. He goes after Red's place, burns it down like we talked about.
He doesn't burn it down. He Michael Bay's explosions that bitch.
Well, he burns down Red's. He monster trucks the dealership. He Michael Bay explosions Emmett's.
I feel like both of them get super explosions.
Oh, Emmett's
all of them is just like Jimmy
up.
in the dirt bike going.
How
like
did Jimmy sneak up there? Did he push the dirt bike all the way there?
He had to, it's not fun to push a dirt bike. Okay.
No, I've done it. You know that's not fun
sucks.
at all. But I'm like, because it's the most annoying sound in the world when he takes off. It's exactly what it sounds like.
It sounds like the aliens from Mars Attack.
It's exactly what Jimmy's dirt bike sounds like. And then we get pissed off Dalton, and he takes off bolting across the road, heads him off somehow. Jimmy has to be gone the slowest dirt bike.
Jimmy is like scared of dirt bikes. Is the only thing I could think of.
He's doing like
Dalton is able to catch up to him.
2 miles an hour, jumps, knocks him off there, and now we get henchman boss fight.
Yeah, we do.
And I love it. This is one of the other reasons this is action movie, because we get a killer fight in this, and Swayze gets his ass beat for a good portion of it. You know,
it looks real. It looks believable.
It does look a lot, pretty believable. You can tell they're getting tired. Like even Jimmy's kind of like, okay, enough of this bullshit, and pulls a gun, and he's like, I'm going to kill you the easy way. And it triggers Dalton back into, killer mode.
Yep.
And kicks the gun out of Jimmy's hand, and then he rips Jimmy's throat out.
With his bare hands.
The old 3-finger throat rip.
God, I love it.
And I am also just sitting there going, why is Kelly Lynch so mad at Dalton? Like,
I don't get it. It reminded me of Walking Dead when Rick's wife was like, you need to do something about Shane. And Rick goes and kills Shane. She's like, that's not what I wanted you to go and do. I'm like,
right.
What did you want him to do then?
Do you want me to take him down a road and leave him and hope he couldn't find his way back? But Jimmy gets a shot off whenever Dalton kicks the gun.
He shot
so
first.
He's
allowed to rip the throat off. He's allowed.
Yeah, and she is pissed that he killed Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I don't either, but I also we get the biggest baller move ever from Patrick Swayze.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we do.
He drags Jimmy's body into the pond, screaming Wesley, and then pushes the body towards Wesley's side of the pond.
Because what is cooler than the fact that the hero lives directly across the other side of the pond from the villain?
Yeah.
That way he can conveniently push that dead body his way.
Because they're close enough, they're not using binoculars to see each other, because old Wesley watches Patrick go to Bone Town on his ex-wife.
And then he watches old Dalton just come out all naked and sit on the roof naked, which I really want to do now. I just don't think my neighbors would be very happy with me.
I don't I think you have enough neighbor issues. Naked Nate does not need to make.
No, but
And I know
man,
he's
there's
laying on
something
a
about
blanket, but
sitting
yeah,
on a roof naked that looks very peaceful and tranquility.
I don't feel that.
It's the philosophy of Roadhouse, man. Wait till you see my book.
I'll look forward to Nate's philosophy of Roadhouse. Uh,
Chapter 69.
Perfect.
Naked on a roof.
Nice. So we get light speeded across here. There's a few more altercations. Now Wesley's just kind of done with him
Well,
and
Wesley's done with
threatens.
him and gives him a phone call of like, well, heads or tails,
Yeah.
and he's like, what do you
it's
mean? And it's, well, which one do you want to live? Is it going to be your love or is it going to be your friend?
Yep. And hangs up. He
Hangs
flips
up.
and goes, I wish I could tell you the outcome, and hangs up. And I'm like, that is some stone cold stuff right there, man. That was that for a Wesley move. That was pretty baller on his part.
And I think one of the things that we did kind of gloss over is before Jimmy dies, he does fight Wade. Like, Wade gets beat up pretty badly from that.
He does, but he's still moving, And
Yeah.
again,
I do think that Wade was just going 50% on him too.
Well, yeah. I mean, the man drinks like a fish, and he also has the bum knee. But again, I'm still mad at Patrick Swayze for letting anyone else take on Jimmy in the bar other than himself. That never should have happened. That should have been like, that's my guy. Don't touch him. I got this guy. But no, he takes on like nobody's in the bar fight. And I was like, that's bullshit. I don't like
And then as soon as that phone hangs up, that's when Wade comes into the bar, beat to a bloody pulp. That
he's messed up.
Off
bad.
screen happen.
Yeah.
Of like the guys beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. And because they go, well, I was the lucky one, that tells Patrick that he's got to go. They're after the doc. And he goes to get her. She's still pissed off that he killed Jimmy. Again, don't understand that whole dynamic there. He gives up, goes back to get Wade because they're going to leave. He's like, screw this town. I'm done. Let's bolt. And he gets
he's
back
ready to go.
Yeah. He
Like,
gets
he's telling
back to the
Doc, like,
bar.
we're going.
Yeah. He gets back to the bar and they have stabbed Wade Garrett. He's dead on the bar.
And with a note saying it was Tails.
Yep. It was Tails. And that just sends Patrick into the final phase of the movie. The big
now
showdown.
He turns feral. He was domesticated. Now he's a wildcat.
He takes his good car to Wesley's and sends it flying through the fields, the fences, through the guys shooting it with shotguns.
Yeah, they're shooting. They're just loading it up.
Awesome segment, man. I love it. And even we get that classic, the car launches and the guy shoots it one more time and it blows up. And then it, comes to a stop and they're like, he's not in here. And then I like how they did this. It wasn't like he just magically popped up. The one guy goes inside and he just starts finding everyone like knocked out or incapacitated. Like Dalton is running around the mansion just taking out everyone.
Once again,
off
he is
screen.
doing the opposite of Commando. Instead of going in full guns a-blazing, he's in stealth mode.
Yeah.
And like he does take out a few people, like killing them wise. But even he gets one guy to like shoot his friend, and then
he gets the bartender guy.
Throws that at another guy.
Yeah. Well, he does stab the knife guy because that's the guy we understand killed Wade because it's his knife. So he does stab him, but then uses him as a human shield from the nephew's shotgun. Then he pulls the knife back out of the guy and throws it into the nephew. I was like, that was an awesome kill right there. And he falls off the balcony. And now we have the showdown between him and Wesley. So we get a little bit more cat and mouse. We end up in the trophy room. So as we now find out that Wesley's like this big trophy
tons
hunter.
And tons of taxidermy animals
tons
all
of
over the place.
Everywhere. And then we get something that I don't know if we've seen in many movies. We get like a spear fight. Wesley,
because if you're in a trophy room, you have a bunch of loose spears just lying around.
He throws one spear at him and he dodges, and then he beats the crap out of him with another. Then Dalton breaks it, and they still end up in this fight back and forth. And he gets the upper hand on Wesley after he pulls the gun on him, and he doesn't kill him. He actually
No.
holds himself back. And the
Like he's
doc
got Wesley leaned up against the chair, and he's got the 3 fingers. He's got the hand.
Oh, yeah.
It's cocked. It's loaded. It's ready.
He's
It's
got
craving a throat. It wants a throat.
The 3-finger throat rip was ready to go. Doc shows up. She's all like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like, bitch, you know what he's doing. And he doesn't do it. And he gets up, and Wesley's able to run and grab the gun. And then, bam, gunshot. Camera shows Wesley gets shot. And honestly,
huge blood splatter.
The first time I watched this movie, it is very, unexpected, this whole ending segment. Like, I've seen it enough now, it doesn't have the same impact.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, he gets shot by a shotgun, and we get panned over, and all 4 of the other business owners are there. And they all have a gun, and they all take turns shooting
Seeking
Wesley.
revenge.
I love this ending. Each one takes their turn, shoots him dead. The last one literally blows a hole through the guy. It's the bloodiest shot.
Yeah, and he falls into a coffee table.
He falls through the glass top coffee table, dead. The cops show up. Red grabs the gun.
First time.
Yeah, first time we've ever seen the cops.
The cops have finally decided maybe we should do something.
Now
they're not mentioned one time.
They are mentioned that Wesley owns the cops, because that's when the guy goes, "I can call my buddy in the FBI." That's the only time they're even brought up.
It's implied, but it's like, these are the small town police department, which I'm guessing only has 2 cruisers and 1 cop. You know?
So I would say, because the way they were dressed, it looked like 2 cruisers with deputies. The sheriff looked like more of like the detective, because he's in plain clothes, but it was still
I
a
was
suit.
just guessing the sheriff also works at the local grocery store, and he kind of got voted into this position and went, "Ooh,
as most
I do
small
own
towns
3
do."
more guns than most people, so
Yeah.
sure."
Yeah, as most small towns do. That's how it works. And they're like, "What happened?" "I didn't see nothing."
Saw
Everyone.
nothing.
And then Timmer, the big fat henchman guy, had a polar bear stuffed fall on him. And my favorite line of the movie is, "Polar bear done fell on me." And that's it.
And then everyone laughs.
And I
that's
think
it.
that was an outtake. I swear it had to be. And they
just
left it in there. It was, because they are literally trying to stifle their laugh when he says that. Oh, hold on. I thought I had it. Hold on.
A polar bear fell on me.
A polar bear fell on me. I love that.
We
line
go
in
back
this
to the
movie.
Double Deuce. Everything is good. It's fine. Jeff Healey just starts rocking out.
Yep. Jeff Healey plays, and that's the end of
Roadhouse. Roadhouse. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse.
Why is it
Roadhouse.
I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, all right.
And a cinematic masterpiece ends 1989.
Ends. Finn, as they would put.
Yes, Finn to the decade of the 80s.
That's it, man. That's it. All right. We're going to do body count.
Can we? Before we do body count, I had a
Okay,
new
wait.
segment to introduce.
You have another new segment to introduce me to.
The Broken Bottle segment. I don't know how many people have died in this movie just yet, but I have calculated at least 7,422 bottles, 3 chairs, 19 tables were broken in this movie.
Well, Nate, I guess we've been co-hosts for a while now, because this is totally we didn't prepare for this. Nate doesn't know my special body count segment.
Oh,
so
does it bleed together? With
yeah,
the special Broken Bottle segment.
Let's go ahead and play the intro, and I'll let everyone hear, including Nate, my special body count.
Yeah.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies. Body count. Body count. Body count. Body count.
So,
I threw a wrench at you and you weren't ready.
that was a big wrench you threw at me. As a dodge a wrench, you can dodge a Nate.
Yep.
So, the body count in this movie is 5.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But we've also mentioned that this movie is uber violent, and it really is. So, someone took the time to do a rundown of the violence in this movie. Now, these numbers are not including anything happening in the background fights either. So, there's a lot more happening other than what I'm about to read off. So, with the 5 deaths body count, the Roadhouse edition now has 1 jugular extraction, 4 table smashes, 55 face punches, 4 gunshots to body, 3 kick firing gun, 12 face kicks, 1 spear throw, 4 stabbings, 7 pool cue hits, 9 kicks to legs, 26 stomach punches, 5 bottles overhead, 24 kicks to the chest, and 1 bear crushing.
A polar bear fell on me.
I effing love Roadhouse.
This came from, I should have got the author's name, but this was done from someone at Entertainment Weekly. Went
Incredible.
through and
EW.
counted, and even stated, like, I couldn't count everything happening in the background. So there's more. There was also some stuff in there that I did. There was some smaller things that happened, like one ear cupping where he brings his hands over top of the guy's ears in one of the bar fights outside. That always seems so painful to me, where you cup your hands and slap them over top of someone's ears to do that, like air pressure. It has to suck bigger than almost getting kicked in the dick, I think, because you couldn't hear it, like get you all like discombobulated almost. But I had to do something more than 5 on the body count. So I found that Nate was ahead of me apparently, because he wanted to talk about.
I just want to talk about all the bottles getting smashed.
all of the breakage in this movie. That's not like the amount of cases of beer and whiskey that got smashed.
That's what I don't understand, how this guy had the money to afford just keep repairing everything.
He's come into a bit of money, Nate.
Don't ask questions.
He had an airplane ticket
I said,
ready.
don't ask questions.
5,000 and then 500 a night plus medical. I can live with that, Nate. I can live with that. He came into some money. All right. That was our body count. So now we do our still new kill of the week.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
So, Nate, we have 5 to pick from.
I think we're going to have the same one.
I think we are too. We didn't last time.
But this time I'm feeling certain. On 3,
2,
1.
Throat rip. Out. Yep.
Throat rip. Come on. It's like the greatest kill in cinematic history. It's one of my favorite. I love when MacGruber parried it and he had to go for the turkey and throat rips.
Yep. And it's also the one that he does it quickly and you're kind of like, aw, but when the doc flips him out of the water is when you see the gore, like the literal esophagus, like peeled out from his throat.
That's what I love when MacGruber did it. at just the amount of like blood they did each time.
Oh yeah, it just kept getting more and more.
Yeah.
Because I'm more sad at the Sam Elliott kill. The other one was
Wesley just getting shot.
Wesley getting, which is graphic.
It is.
And then the two guys,
2 henchmen.
Yeah, because there are other henchmen laying on the ground, but it's never confirmed whether he just knocked them out or killed them. So we can't count them as kills.
Yeah, I think he just judo chopped them and then they fell.
It would totally different if he killed everyone all the time. Then I would be like, yeah, those guys are dead. No, I feel like he really did knock out.
He restrains
some people.
himself. Like he only kills in self-defense.
Exactly. And that's what he does in this whole movie. So no, I kind of figured we were going to hit the same one.
Yeah, I mean, it's an iconic kill.
Okay, so we'll change up. Favorite fight in the movie.
Oh.
It can't be with Jimmy. So favorite
fight
bar
of the
fight.
week.
Bar fight of the week. What's your favorite bar fight in this movie?
God, it might be the boot knife one where they take it outside and start rumbling. But nope, it's the beer delivery scene. It's definitely the beer delivery scene.
I do love the beer delivery scene.
The introduction of Wade Garrett, the way that Dalton kicks their ass in the beginning, everything about that is awesome.
I think I'm gonna take the one where Jimmy does like the pool cue thing right after.
Where he does like the flip off the pool table.
Yeah, that whole thing, because
Gambit.
There's so much happening in that fight. Like all of the bouncers are involved, even though they shouldn't have been fighting.
That's like
Jimmy.
the big war scene, I guess you could say.
It's like the pre-Rumble, I guess. That. But I'm going to say that's probably my favorite of the bar fight of the week. So, all right, cool. Well, we were close. We did good.
Nice,
We nailed the kill of the week, because we've had a dry spell of not agreeing on our favorite kills.
Hard when there's only 5.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of why it was.
Or very easy.
Very easy. Okay, so we've done our kill of the week. Now we go into our Allianz. I guess everyone's probably already guessed how high we're rating this thing. Nate, you go first, brother.
All right. It's always has, always will be a 9.5. Now, you're probably wondering, why is it not a 10? It's because I've always wanted Wade Garrett to survive. It's my only complaint in the movie. It really is. It's an impactful death. It hurts to see it happen each time. But man, did I want him to ride off into the sunset with Dalton and Doc. I just have a hard time believing they would get the jump on him before he, gets his ass beat, and get the jump on him again with the stabbing. It's just, Wade is too awesome. He's too vigilant.
And where's everyone else during all that?
Yeah.
The bar is, I know it's early and bars aren't open early, but come on, Dalton was there. There was a reason for him to be there. So, no, we got the same kill of the week. We're giving it the same Allianz. It's 9.5 for me. For as many times as I've watched this movie, I can turn it on right now and watch it again. And I just watched it last night. I have the Blu-ray coming. I ordered the Blu-ray after I rented it on Prime. Jackie's like looking it up for me. She's like, well, why don't you have like an updated copy of it? And I'm like, it's just
I asked myself the same thing.
But
Why
I
don't
also
have a Double Deuce shirt,
I also watch it on television, and I kind of, it's always on somewhere. So it's just been one of those, like, I get the fulfillment of watching it just because it's always on. But it's literally one, I guess I have to say this is my favorite Patrick Swayze movie. I love 99% of his movies. Yeah, I'm not a huge dance person. I think Dirty Dancing is one of the only dance movies I've ever watched.
Yeah, same.
I've never seen Grease
Nobody
all the
puts
way
Baby
through.
in a corner.
I've never watched Footloose. I don't.
Footloose is sweet.
I don't watch those movies. I don't like musicals either. But I've seen Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze. And I'm sure there's movies he's probably done that I either haven't just seen, not that I wouldn't, but this is probably my favorite Patrick Swayze movie he's ever done. And I'll agree, it's not a 10 because it's only got 5 people that die in it.
Yeah. But
Wade Garrett dies. I agree with Nate. It doesn't make sense why he dies.
Like we said in the beginning of the episode, like even after watching this for like the millionth time, nothing has aged badly.
No.
It is aged like a fine whiskey.
God, man, I can again. That just goes to the fact that I can watch this anywhere at any time, man.
I could watch this now and be perfectly happy with it after just talking about it. I could watch it tomorrow. Like there was a moment where me and my buddy Dom were watching Roadhouse nonstop. It just felt like all we were doing was getting together, having an excuse for me to get drunk and watch Roadhouse.
Right. I could turn it on in my shop. Honestly, what I'll probably do is when I get that Blu-ray, I'll just put it on in the shop and just let it play over and over again. You know, it's just like, what you watching in the shop today, Charlie?
Roadhouse.
Oh, that was perfectly timed, Nate. Good job. No, it's a fantastic movie. If you've never seen it, you were born yesterday.
You're doing something wrong with your life, because man, oh man, you're missing out.
Watch it if
I hope you've seen Roadhouse.
If you don't want language and you don't want to see boobs, watch it on the television cut, because that's how I was introduced to it, and I still love that movie even if it's edited. If it's on one of the television channels, I'll watch it. You know that you can't hurt that movie even in the edited version. It's that good. Yeah, no, it's
that damn good.
It's that damn good. 9.5 across the board. I wouldn't expect any less for Roadhouse.
Nope.
Nate, did we even is there even a bad review?
So, for trash opinions.
Hold on, I got us
a drop. This one was really hard.
I got us a drop. Hold on.
Oh, you got a drop?
Hold on, let me redo that.
What the hell was that?
Hold on.
Your trash, kid.
What is that?
Your trash, kid.
Your trash, kid.
What's it from?
I don't know. Found it on YouTube.
All right, whatever.
I'm using it.
So we're still working on a drop for that.
Your trash, kid.
I'm using it.
I'll allow it.
You make one then.
Your trash, kid.
Shit, okay. So it was really hard. Like, where I usually go, there was one where it's only 1% of users had a 1-star rating, and they were just like one sentence. But I got one. It was hard, though.
Okay.
This is from Cardinal Dude 2003.
I don't like him already.
Wrote this in 2003. He entitled this Redneck Movie, 1 star out of 10. If you enjoy monster truck rallies, think pro wrestling is real, have an IQ under 70, or you think you are Bruce Lee, you may enjoy this movie. Otherwise,
I think my IQ's higher than 70.
I do too.
He's kind of nailed it on everything.
He's nailed it so far on everything else. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Swayze is the best cooler in the business, who also is a philosophy major and is hired to be the bouncer at a bar with more fighting than drinking. They're pretty even.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott, an actor who I normally like and for some reason is in this swill, ooh, big word.
Wow.
Is his mentor / bouncer friend. Very typically local evil businessman sends a bunch of thugs and henchmen to, quote unquote, beat him up so he can buy the place. Lynch is in. The movie for window dressing and hot babe falls for the tough guy role. Very predictable, mindless violence action movie that is very bad. And that's how it all is written.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're reading it word for word. So he is not the wordsmith I was led to believe.
No,
he
but
said
I mean,
swill.
He pretty much nailed us right at the very beginning, though, with monster truck rallies and pro wrestling.
I mean, we brought it up. So, yeah, we love, You paid for
What
the
can I
whole
say?
seat, but you're only gonna need the edge. Yeah,
Wrestling's not fake.
it's real to me, damn it. Oh, well, as far as I'm concerned,
Your trash, kid.
God damn it.
that one's staying just because it aggravates Nate so bad.
It does a little bit.
Your trash,
I love
kid.
Roadhouse though, so it's okay.
Roadhouse.
I just say we do a reboot, and like a year from now, we just do Roadhouse again.
Just our yearly Roadhouse.
Our yearly
episode.
Roadhouse watch.
I like it. I would do that.
I would do it.
I'm in. We're doing
It's
a
our Christmas special.
What is? Well, it's not Christmas now. We have to do it every year. So
Yeah,
it's
you're right. Same time.
Every May, we will do
spring into Roadhouse.
Wait. Well, hold on. When does this release? Oh, it releases in May. I had to look at my calendar. So it'll still be May when everyone hears this.
You spring into Roadhouse. That's how we introduce you to the nice weather.
Yeah. April showers
Bring Roadhouse.
Way to step on my drop, Nate. Thanks.
Roadhouse.
I am one with the Roadhouse.
Apparently.
And the Roadhouse is one with I.
Your trash, kid.
Oh, you piece of shit!
I found a new use for the trash segment drop.
When a Nate joke goes flat.
All right. Well, we've drug this episode on long enough.
I could keep going.
I know we could. We'll have our redo in 2023.
Can't wait for the reboot.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for checking us out on our latest episode of Give Me Back My Action Movies. Next week, Give Me Back My Horror Movies. I'm going to go ahead and drop a tiny little teaser that the month of June, we're taking a trip.
It's going to be a long trip.
It's going to be a long trip, but it's going to be a fun trip. And that's all the hint you're going to get out of us. But just it's a theme month. I guess we can say that. It's a theme month.
Yeah, it's definitely a month of theme for both horror and action.
Yep.
And once you see what the theme is, you're going to be like, "Oh, I see where they're going."
Yeah, figuratively and
every good
literally.
franchise has to do this theme.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We will be having more coming out as far as that goes. And pretty much once you see the first couple of drops, you'll be like, we get it. But thanks for listening.
The very first movie, we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we get it. So if you haven't gotten enough of us on the podcast, always remember that you can find us on almost all of the social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, soon to be YouTube, all under the Give Me Back My Action Movies and Give Me Back My Horror Movies headers. Pretty much once you start typing that in, one of the accounts is going to pop up. So, and also you can search out the Give Me Back My Podcast Network. That will take you to the Facebook page, which will show you all of the shows that are part of the network with Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, Monster Movie Stomp Down, Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, I Know You Hear Me with Flynn Hendricks, and Tales from the Haunt. So, ton of great content out there, ton of great podcasts. Please go check all of us out. I'm going to drop another quick teaser. We have an awesome interview coming very soon on the Monster Movie Stomp Down. I got to sit in on this. We are super excited that we got in on this movie on the ground floor. It's not even going to be out yet. And just keep watching those socials over at the Monster Movie Stomp Down to see more. Nate's all like, I'm upset that I wasn't involved.
Yeah. Did you get to ask him Shrek 1 or Shrek 2?
I did not, because I didn't want to step on your gimmick.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah.
Now
we'll never know.
Well, I'm not saying we won't be able to talk to him again. So maybe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You better make a good impression.
I feel like I think I felt that you would be upset if I asked that question, because you'd be like, "That's my thing."
Yeah, back off, bitch.
Yeah, I'm like
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. I can't take that onto another show. That stays here. That's for here.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a network question. It's a Nate question.
It's a Nate question.
I got a little tally that I have in my notebook of who's cool and who's not cool and who's confused.
Yeah. so far you've kind of ran the whole gambit of that with
Yeah.
our interviews. Sometimes it lands. Sometimes they have
Sometimes it
no idea what you're
crashes
talking
and
about.
burns.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets awkward, but I have ruled that Nate can continue to ask the question. So
Yep. And if you know me and spend time with me, oh, you're bound to have an awkward moment at some point.
exactly, just like
10 minutes
now.
in.
Your try, Scud.
You bastard!
Freshman man.
All right, buddy. I think we're done. They're tired of listening to us. Thank you all, and we will see you next week with our horror version. Nate, you got to get
What?
us out. You're the one that has to get us out.
All right, so I guess I can't look at my phone anymore, so what's the good word?
Your try, Scud.
You're a real piece of shit!
And I thought you'd be bigger. Hey, Nate, I found another trailer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, check it out.
Okay.
Help! Somebody! These drunk redneck truckers are trying to have their way with me!
Not while my scrotum is pressed up against my stomach in these jeans, they won't. Roadhouse.
That was awesome. And its message is timeless.
Peter, the only message in that movie is that every problem in life can be solved by kicking.
Oh, my God. Brian, you're right.
Peter, I'm joking.
What did you say to me?
Peter, what are you doing?
Get off my plane.
That's not even the same.
Oh!
What the hell?
Not gonna talk to me like that in my bar.
Not a bar.
Oh! Roadhouse.